who waited. Long ago, in a small Caribbean village surrounded by the scent of salt water and the songs of birds, there lived a mother of 12. Her days began before the sun rose and ended long after it set. She cooked, cleaned, cared for the babies, and tried to keep her older children in school, all while the man she loved, the father of her children, was away, year after year, working on the farms in the hills. He promised he would provide, that he would make life easier. But every year, he returned with little money and an empty apology, and then he would head straight to the bar, drinking away what little he brought home. The children learned to stay quiet when he came, for his temper was quick, and his attention was always elsewhere, often in stories about a woman from his past, the love of his youth, who had borne him 3 children before. She dreamed quietly, in stolen moments, of a wedding. Of a ring on her finger, of nights where laughter would fill the house instead of worry. But the dreams felt heavy, impossible, like catching wind in her hands. She stayed, patient, nurturing, loving her children with every ounce of her being, even as her own heart quietly ached. Years went by. Her hair began to gray, her hands roughened by labor and worry. One day, he returned, older now, with a strange urgency in his voice. He told her he wanted to marry her. She looked at him, looked at the man who had caused so much pain, who had left her to raise 12 children alone, who had spent his life chasing someone else's memory. And for the first time, she felt the strength to say what she had never said before, no. He left, humiliated, and went searching for the woman he had never truly left behind. She watched him go with a strange mix of sorrow and relief. She felt free but also broken, carrying years of unspoken hurt. Time passed. Seasons changed. Her children grew taller, stronger, wiser. They saw the quiet sadness in her eyes, the way she flinched when he raised his voice, the way she smiled through exhaustion. Then, one day, he returned once more, asking again for her hand in marriage. This time, she said yes, but with a heart full of caution. He gave her a cheap, almost laughable ring. Yet, as she worked on her house, planting flowers, cleaning rooms, painting walls, and creating a home for her children, something strange happened. The ring seemed to change. It shone brighter, its edges smoother, its little stones catching the light in ways they never had before. And with each task she completed, with every act of love she poured into her home and children, the ring seemed to grow more beautiful, like the love she had given, even when it was not returned, had transformed the world around her. Her children, now old enough to understand, could see the hurt etched deep in her eyes. They could no longer bear it. One evening, when their father left for the bar, the older children quietly packed his bags. With trembling hands but determined hearts, they whispered their plans to their mother. Together, they left the village behind, stepping into the unknown of the city, seeking a life where they could breathe freely, laugh without fear, and love without restraint. In that journey, they found hope. They found freedom. And the mother, carrying her children's dreams alongside her own, finally allowed herself to cry, not for the past, not for the man who had failed her, but for the life she had survived, and the future she would now build. And in that future, the ring on her finger was no longer just a token. It was a reminder of resilience, of love that endures even in the hardest of times, and of a mother who, after years of sacrifice, finally found peace.